everybody. Sorry, I was so absorbed in organizing the art in and getting things straightened up. And Bob has kind of tweaked his back today, so we're off a little schedule. And um, dinner was later than this. And so I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm here. Here we go. Good to see everybody. Let's check in. All right. Linda's here. Yay, Linda. How are you doing? I think I saw you. You checked in on Lala's stuff. I was looking at her stuff yesterday. She's doing that card challenge that she does. And I know she had to cancel a live the other day because of the storm that they had in the Philippines. Ah, no monsters under the bed. No monsters under the bed today. This isn't that kind of monster story. It's a good monster story. You know me. I like my monsters. Um, and Tamara's here. Yay. Tamara's here. Hi, how are you? Lovely stuff you sent. I gotta admit, you guys, when I get the things in, I get kind of absorbed in putting it in and looking at it. And I'm just like, ah. And then I look up and go, holy crap, how did 15 minutes go away? And Fatima's here. Your phone's out of charge. Mine fortunately is charged. I was out in the studio earlier today trying to straighten out some things and try some things out there, and I just gotta redo my wires. wires everywhere. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel, fairy tale comes real. The wild things are my kind of monsters. Be great when there's. I'm not a scary movie person. Bryn, my youngest, is very much a scary movie person. And I can remember when Blair Witch Project came out and we were living in Kenmore and she had a whole bunch of her friends come over and they watched it downstairs and they were screaming and there were kids. They did not want to sleep in separate. They were all like bunched in the big room down there, and they were like, we're in sleeping bags. There were guys and girls, there were kids all over the place on the floor. They were not going anywhere. Yeah, that's funny. But hello. Okay, I am going to assume my sound levels are good there. Everything looks like it's good, and I have a feeling that my opening. Where did it go? Oh, I know why. Here we go. Okay, you guys, I got to go back and give you the opening. All right? Because you didn't get it. You're going to miss out on it. I got to go back to this. Here we go. Just rewind. All right. See, now it's right. Whoa. And then that is way too close on me. How did that get so close? Woof. All right. Let's not zoom in on Gretchen now quite so much. Oh, well. Yeah. So how you doing tonight, everybody? I was in the wrong show. I was in Thursday's show rather than in Sunday's show, because in Sunday's show I have all your art. And then I jumped to the wrong one because it was in the wrong spot. And then I got a wackadood. So now I've got everybody, I think, in the right spot. I think you're in the right spot. How's that? Let's see. What else is happening tonight other than stories and show and tell? There was something else I was going to tell you guys. Oh, I think I'm going to do NaPodPoMo again, which is what I did last year during November, the National Podcast Post Month. And you do 30 podcasts in 30 days. Whew. Yeah. But last year I did the book bites with the book lady and I read the chapter books. Read a bit of a chapter book and then I think I have my little giant things. I think I'm going to take that and do little short snippet ones instead. Because, October I've been doing Inktober and I'm all caught up. I haven't done today's yet. And I have November and then December will be Vlogmas. I don't know if I'll get everything all done in November. And the good thing about podcasting and those things is that it's all pre-record and it's easy and I can do that. I imported the profile for Ecamm. Well, yeah, so cool. I mean, I tell you, it makes my life so easy. Because I did it, I designed it on my laptop and then I went, oh, hold it. I want to do it on this. And I literally just exported the profile to my iCloud Drive and then opened iCloud Drive down here in the recording studio and dragged and dropped it into a new empty profile and everything came through. Sound, music, all my settings. It was just amazing. Yay, Ecamm, thank you. So, anyway, that's my thing for tonight. Fatima, I hope you're feeling better. Um, and where are the wild things? Where are the wild things? Oh, rewind. We can do that live. Roy, yeah. So Roy's here. So Roy, I have my Thursday show, which is the Keeping It Real with the stories, and I have all the scenes set up for that. And then I have the Sunday night show, the show and tell, and I was dragging the artists up into the right spot to show them, and then I realized I was in the wrong one, and I was like late, so I hit. Oh my gosh! I hit the wrong show. And I missed my opening doing my little opening video that I play. I love making those little opening videos in Canva. They're just kind of fun. They're silly. And it was the picture from in the Ecamm studio. And since I have monsters and tonight they had that big wooden monster in the background. I don't know if you've noticed it. But it was hilarious, that monster. Let's see if I can find, oh, I bet I can't. But yeah, it was great. It was that big wooden monster in the corner. So, hey, Roy's here. Yes. Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. Zooms in on Roy. Yay. I think I will the writing challenge and have Chat GPT write for me every day using prompts I provide, of course. Oh my gosh. Well, NaPaPoMo is really my friends in Creative Work Hour that Alice. I mean, you think I have a crazy schedule. Alessandra hosts something like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4, 5 Zooms a day. A day. There's the coffee, cup of joe when we're getting just shoot the breeze. There's the first creative work hour. Then there's bonus hour. And then there's a 2:00 practice not perfect. And then there's office hours if you want to do office stuff to try to figure things out. And seriously, there's people that check. I mean, and she has it running and it's crazy. So, and that's been going on for like 3 years or 4, 3, I think it's 3 years. So they're helping Jennifer Navarrete, who this is her 17th or 18th year with that she started NaPaPoMo and of doing it. So Creative Work Hour is kind of co-hosting with that and helping to set all that up. So it's not going to be that hard, and it's a private podcast feed. So a lot of people are worried about going out that. What do I say and what do I do? This is really just a way to practice. So the only people who hear it are the people who are registered in NaPaPoMo, and it goes all in, and you listen to the feeds of just those people, and it's kind of fun because it's people from all over the globe. It really is. So anyway, I'll be doing micro podcasts, like anywhere from 3 to 7 minutes. That's it. Anyway, I wanted to see if ChatGPT could write a romance novel. I started it, but it haven't finished. Oh my gosh. Roy, that's hilarious. Ah, my goodness. All right, you guys. We're in for the win tonight. So we're going to start right off with the show and let's get going so we can get some stories. And I don't know why my head is cut off on this setting. I don't know what I did. Can I move it down? Nope, I can't do that. Am I zoomed? Nope, that's worse. Okay. Oh well. So kick it into gear. We'll just keep going. Okay, so I know Lala's not here, but I told everybody that I would show you what she did for everybody. Roy got one of these. I got one. This is what Lala sent to everybody at Creative Workout at Creator Camp. They all had our names on them. These cute little things. Thank you on it. Boo, these things, little gift. And I hadn't opened mine yet, and I wanted to open it with you guys so you could see the kind of amazing crafting stuff that Lala Mommy Guide Inc. does. So let's. Ooh, I got a purple paper clip. Great big giant one. She said purple paper. We were teasing about these clips because we're always losing stuff. And it would be great to do that. And it was like things that people need and want. All right, this is stuck under here. Here on this says boo. ASMR there for you guys. So it has a little card on it with a little skeleton pin. Is it a magnet pin? I think it is. Or maybe it's just stuck there. It says, Gretchen, thank you. I hope to see you again soon. Enjoy. Boo, you're bootastic. La la. So I got nothing. Redeem on occasion. Redeemable for absolutely nothing. Can be redeemed at any time, anywhere by anyone. It's a cute coupon thing. And then these are these really cool page markers where they're kind of like a sticky note type thing, but they're cooler. They're they got little pictures on them. So you can stick them in on a page. Like this. And there you go. And it marks the page. Aren't those cool? And then I got a purple one. Mine's purple. Big paper clip. I could have used that today. Man, I was looking for stuff. My wires are in such bad condition now. Thank you, Lala. And she's so awesome with all this crafting she does. If you guys get a chance, and you like crafting, it's so fun. I watched My Crafty Adventure today. My friend Caroline from Creator Camp, she had a great time. Did a thing too today. Boo mail she did. It was pretty funny. So, yay, let's see. There's the applause. Yay. Okay, and Linda sent some stuff in. She, I teased her enough. She sent some things in. Linda, I was out taking pictures of the leaves today also because we had this horrendous rainstorm last night and all the leaves were had big water droplets on it. So I took a whole bunch of those. I'm going to do a TikTok on it or a CapCut. I'm posting this to TikTok. I don't know why, but I do because it's easy and because Instagram's still mad at me. But this is, you know what? I love the colors. These are the colors. You get that range of colors. Diana Anton did a watercolor video the other, probably about 2 weeks ago, where she went out and took these colors and then she found watercolors and mixed watercolors that matched her leaves and fall colors and did a painting with them. It was very cool because you get such a cool painting. And I love the crinkled background too. That's it. Yay. Thanks, Linda. And then she has, she knows I love these kind of things. There's 2 of them. Yay. 2 different images of this. Is this in your yard or where is this? This is a great Halloween. Man, my daughter would go nuts on this. Ginger ale, you guys. Oh my gosh. Look at the crown on that. And oh, it's so cool. So cool. I love this. Where was it, Linda? I watch people using it. Oh, Roy is a real expert with ChatGPT. We had a whole bunch of lessons from a couple guys, Jeff and Ian, on all the different AI tools and how we can use them productively, and it was really cool. And you really can. It's just a tool. It's just like any other kind of tool. Cool flags. Oh, Linda, I watch you as well, Roy. I don't comment often because then I have morning thoughts. We can't have that. No morning thoughts. No morning thoughts. I thought I'd send you some. Yay. Yellows and oranges and reds. It's just cool. I love that. Backyard, I sent you an explanation. Oh, you did? I missed the explanation in the email. Let's see if I can find it. Nope, not there. Not there. Huh. Right there. Hang on. She said she sent me an explanation in the email. Linda. See, unless the explanation's at the top, I tend to just look at the very top. Oh, just a note. Oh no, that was an old one. Here we go. Oh, no, Linda, it doesn't have an explanation on it. It just has the pictures in the email that I can see. Nope, no explanation. Oh, bye. Yep, nope, no explanation. Oh well, it's still wonderful. Anyway, back up. There we go. Thank you, Linda. Boom. Get my Stream Deck over here and actually use it. Boom. Next scene is me. Okay, so we've got Lala's stuff out of the way. Now you're going to see some of mine. All right, what have I been doing? Roy saw some of this stuff at Creator Camp because I took my Zentangles with me to Creator Camp. So probably since the last time I saw you or did this, I've done a fair number of these. I have done, let's see, this was I left for camp on the 14th. So all of these have been done since camp. I mean, since I saw we last had a sharing. So I do one every day. And then this was the ones up through the 24th. And then here's the two for the day before yesterday and yesterday. This is a fragment of one. So you can do like 4 of them. And there's different variations. Okay, so then you take them and you add them to the big piece. So the big piece is coming along. So I have just a little bit of space left for the last few days, and I will have it all filled in. But you can see, it's kind of fun. I never could do this if I wasn't doing it one day at a time. Let's see, it doesn't need to be so bright. There we go. You can see them a little better if it's not so bright. Yeah, so I've got this much space left to do today's and then the rest of the month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. They'll fit in there. And then, what did I fiddle with? On the plane, this is what I did on the plane. I was painting on the plane, flying home, because I'm like, oh. And then I was trying to figure out how to make this one called Sorry. It looks kind of like Sorry pieces from the game into bells. And then I watched Diane Anton do, and I did a bird, painting a bird, because I was transferring photos or stuff from one disc to a new disc. And so I painted instead of doing my photography, which is fine. And so this is why I was playing with this. So that's what I've done. Yay. And now, okay. Thanks, Tamara. And okay. First off, I got to start with wrong one. I'm starting in the wrong one. We're going to start in the order that she has this said. So Tamara said, I've sent something from old from my 1999 visual arts journal. The next page is in the collage journal, pages 27, 28, and the Zen scribble, and then in the stillness. So let's go back to these, make these a little smaller, and then first picture. There we go. So this is from her 1999 visual arts journals. Wow. So Tamara was doing Zentangles before there was a thing called Zentangles, I think. And look at this one on the left. The guy is like a gentleman with a hat and the, oh my gosh. And okay. Superimpose a vase. Wow. So cool. Thanks, Fatima. I kind of follow along with what Diane Anton does. She does them pretty loose. I try, and I can just say they're fun. I love that one on the left. It is like a negative. You're right, Linda. It is very much so like that. Then the next, and that middle part is that, oh, that one I should read. There's a book called, that I was going to read tonight. It's about Mongolian sandworms. And it's hilarious. Anyway, kind of that reminds me, but I'm not reading that tonight. I'll save that till Thursday. Oh, yeah, that'd be good for Halloween night. Mongolian sandworms attacking. And this is from her collage journal, pages 27 and 28. Oh, wow. Tamara, I love these colors. This just, oh my gosh, the way you chose these colors, they are so vibrant and they're so on the edge there. I really like the one on the left with the tree. It just really is perfect. The mermaids are gorgeous, but the tree is just, oh, wow. Oh, man. So amazing. Okay. Next. This is her Zen Scribble 1 and Scribble 2. She called them Zen Scribbles. Let me make them a little bigger so you can see them a little better. There you go. I love these. And then she has, what's wonderful about this is Tamara always sends details. So we get a close-up of it, of what the Zen Scribble is like. It's so cool, Tamara. It's like you got shading in with the scribbling. Sweet. Very cool. And then this is in the stillness. This is just, I love the black and white. It looks soft and peaceful. Is this done on on a blue paper? Because it came across kind of like a blue. 2 days of scribble happy colors. But this in the stillness is just sublime. It's just so good. So, so good. Oh my goodness. They should be framed. They really should. Wow. Let's do a... Fatimas, thank you for sending me the picture of the about the library in Michigan. I should have pulled that up, but I didn't. Let me see. Am I still on my email? Oh, did I close it? Let me see something. No. Nope. Okay. Nope. I can't find it right now. Anyway, sent me a cool picture of a library in Michigan, I think it was. Yeah. It's very cool. And a little video about it. And then another friend sent me a video about how when Scary Stories, the Schwartz books, were on the banned book list all the time, and how we thought that it was fair. We get some really cool stuff from you guys. All right. So I am going right here. And I am... Yes. Okay. So then... Are we ready? Let me go to preview mode so that you guys don't see me messing around in the background. I want to make sure that if I go here, that it shows. Okay. And good. All right. Cool. Cool beans. So tonight, we'll go back here. Boom. Why is that so weird? I don't know. Oh well, it just cuts my head off tonight. Not a big deal. So tonight we have stories, and I said moons and monsters. But the really connecting factor is Matt Phelan. And Matt Phelan is the illustrator that I was so taken with that did the Mr. Rogers book. You know, how that watercolor of his had all those. And then I started to look at some of the things that he'd done, and I'm not surprised as to why I found his work so amazing. So let's go to here, and we'll pull him up. There you go. So, oops, I'm still not in. I'm still on preview mode. Back to live mode. Publish. There we go. There we go. There you go. Okay. So Matt Phelan is an award-winning New York Times best-selling author, illustrator of picture books, middle grade novels, and graphic novels for young readers. He's received the Scott Odell Award for historical fiction, The Storm in the Barn, which is just an amazing book. The Carol Field Award, Around the World, and Snow White, which I want to see. I haven't seen that one. I've seen just some of the pictures from it. And the Jefferson Cup for Bluffton, and has been nominated for 5 Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards. He's really big with graphic novels. So that's kind of a cool thing. Oops, hang on. That's not right. Don't need that. And he does amazing things with graphic novels. He also did the illustration in a chapter book called The Higher Power of Lucky by Susan Patron, and it is a Newbery Medal winner, and it had just come out not too long before I retired. It's an amazing book. So he's done a whole lot of different things, interviews, articles, all kinds of things. Some of his art I'll take you to right here. There we go. I love these little books. The things you'll see His style is that very watercolor, like this is from Snow White, and this other bit of things that he does. Um, let's see. Let's see some of the other ones. The Adventures Just for Fun from Bluffton. Bluffton was a book, is I think preliminary work for Bluffton is Portrait of a Young Buster Keaton. Rosa Farm. Flora's Very Windy Day. It's just, and this is from The Storm in the Barn, which is just an amazing book too. So anyway, tonight we're going to read 2 books that he's illustrated, and I'm going to go back to there, and then I can get. One is about monsters, and another one has to do with the moon. So let's see, what should we start with, monsters or moons? I'm going to start with the moon book. Hang on. Nope. That's not what I want to do. I want to go to here. Manage loan. There we go. Read with Libby. There we go. Here we go. All right. So now I am ready to read it with you guys. So here we go. This is called A Kite for Moon. There you go. By Jane Yolen and Heidi E. Weiss Strempel and Matt Phelan. Presented to with love from, and so it's like, yeah, there's a thing in there for you to give it to somebody. Jane Yolen and Heidi E. Weiss Strempel, illustrated by Matt Phelan. A Kite for Moon. This is for Neil Armstrong, who showed us the way. It is based on the life of Neil Armstrong. It was morning, and Moon sat alone in the sky. The stars were all abed. No one below was singing to her. No one was sending up rockets or writing poems about her. No one was taking her photograph or painting her picture. Moon began to feel terribly sorry for herself. Down below, a very small boy, flying his kite on the beach near his house, looked up at Moon. Moon, he called up to her, don't be sad. He ran as far as he could, all the way to the edge of the water, where Moon sat on the horizon. He tried to hug Moon, as his mother did to him whenever he was unhappy, but Moon was too far away. So he wrote on his kite, promising to come someday for a visit. Then he let go of his kite, sending it up, up, up for Moon. Days went by, years. Moon waxed and waned. She counted shooting stars and meteors. She worried about peace down on Earth and strange objects whizzing by. She eclipsed. Many nights the boy watched Moon through a telescope his father had given him. Many days he sent up a new kite for Moon. Red kites, blue kites, green kites, yellow. Some fell back to Earth. Some disappeared into the sky. And Moon watched the boy grow. Every day the boy studied hard. He learned his large numbers and his small sums. He learned algebra and equations. He learned geometry and tried to square the circle. He learned all about the sky and the moon. He learned to ride a bicycle, drive a car, fly a plane, and a rocket. Then, one day, when he had learned enough, he went up, up, up in a big rocket ship with a fiery tail. "Hello, Moon," he said. "I've come for a visit." And the whole world watched. Oh, I love that one. I love that one. What a great, and the illustrations are just something else. Something else. It's a book about the moon. Oh, yay. Yes. Tamara always has moons in hers. Yeah. Tamara does need that book. It is, I mean, his illustrations are just so wonderful. And just that soft watercolor technique and then almost like a dry brush over it. It's just wonderful. I think they're just great. Anyway, so that was book 1. That's the Moons book of Moons and Monsters tonight. So the next book is another book that Matt Phelan did. This one is by Michelle Knudsen, and it's illustrated by Matt Phelan, and it's a completely different kind of book. But you know, oftentimes we're afraid of monsters, but what about if we seek them out and treat them differently and embrace them? Yeah. Embracing those things that we think of as monsters sometimes turns them into, well, maybe something a little different. So here is Marilyn's Monster. I love the illustrations in this one too, by Michelle Knudsen and illustrated by Matt Phelan. Some of the kids in Marilyn's class had monsters. It was the latest thing. Marilyn didn't have a monster. Not yet. You couldn't just go out and get one. Your monster had to find you. That's just the way it worked. Some kids woke up to find their monsters had chosen them while they slept. Some kids got their monsters on their way home from school, or on the bus, or in the park. Timmy's monster chose him right in the middle of a history test. At first, Marilyn wasn't even worried about it. Eventually, her monster would find her too. There were still a bunch of kids who didn't have monsters yet. But then Franklin got his at the library. And Rebecca got hers while riding her bike. And Lenny got his while he was running away from the mean older kids who kept picking on him. Nobody picked on Lenny anymore after that. After a while, Marilyn was the only one left without a monster. She knew she wasn't supposed to try to look for him, but she kind of did anyway. She hung around the library, hoping. She poked around the playground, pretending not to look under the slide and behind the climbing bars. She watched the others with their monsters, playing and laughing and having fun and never being alone. At night, when her room was dark and scary, Marilyn thought about how good it would be to have her monster there beside her. "We're sure you'll get your monster soon," said her parents. "I'll bet you never get one," said her brother. "It probably came already and took one look at you and ran the other way." Marilyn tried to be patient. She tried to believe her monster was still coming. She made sure she brushed her hair very carefully every morning and wore pretty clothes and smiled a lot and tried to look very friendly and interesting and smart and fun to be around. She tried to be the kind of girl no monster could resist. But at the end of the week, her monster still hadn't come. She was afraid that maybe her brother was right. "Maybe I'm better off without a monster," she told her friend, Deborah, at school. "They seem like a lot of work." Said Deborah. She didn't really seem to agree. "Maybe your monster's just running late," said Margaret. "Maybe it's invisible, and it's been here all along, and you didn't even notice it," said Jerome. That night in her room, Marilyn whispered into the scary dark, "Are you invisible? Have you really been here all along?" But if her monster was there, he didn't say so. Marilyn stopped trying to seem pretty and nice and friendly and fun all the time. She stopped looking around in the library and the playground after school. She started feeling mad. Where was her monster? What was taking him so long? She was so mad, sometimes she thought maybe she really didn't want a monster. What was so great about monsters anyway? But they were pretty great. She could see that they were. She wanted one more than she could say. "That's it," Marilyn said one morning. "I'm going to go find my monster." "You can't," said her brother. "That's not the way it works." "Maybe," said Marilyn, "but you don't really know. Maybe my monster is different." She put on her good walking shoes and packed a thermos of juice and a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Then she made a second sandwich and put that in her bag too. Marilyn went out and started looking. She didn't just kind of look. She really looked. She looked as hard as she could. She searched behind the stone lions that sat outside the library. She checked beneath the benches at the playground and the park. She went down the winding path through the woods and out into the big field with the wildflowers. She didn't see her monster. Marilyn stopped in the middle of the field. She closed her eyes and stood very still. She thought about trying to sing a beautiful song, like those princesses in movies did sometimes, that made all the little animals come and sit on their shoulders. She thought about trying again to be patient and wait and hope that her monster would find her someday soon. Then she took a deep, deep breath and shouted in her loudest voice, "Where are you?" And then, very softly, she heard a voice say, "Here." Marilyn followed the voice. It was very quiet, but she could hear it clearly. She followed it across the field and into the woods and on the other side and over to a tall, tall tree. Look up in the tall, tall tree. And there was her monster, half hidden among the leaves. "I got lost," her monster said in a small, soft voice. And then I got scared. And then I got stuck. Her monster had 2 long, lovely wings. They were tangled and caught in the branches. Marilyn climbed up and very gently helped her monster get free. I kept hoping you would come and find me, her monster said. I'm sorry it took so long, Marilyn said back. Then they sat there together and had peanut butter and banana sandwiches and juice. When they were ready, Marilyn's monster lifted her up and flew her all the way back home. Oh, honey, said her parents, your monster found you at last. We found each other, Marilyn said. She and her monster smiled together. It's not supposed to work that way, her brother said. Marilyn just looked at him. She didn't think he was right about that. She thought there were a lot of different ways that things could work. And that night, when Marilyn went to bed, the dark didn't seem so scary. Marilyn wasn't sad or afraid or lonely. She was happy. Marilyn's monster was too. And that's Marilyn's monster. Ah, so good. First book was by Jane Yolen. The second one was by Michelle Knudsen. Let me see if I can find that other email. Linda. Oh, there it is. Linda. She said, Linda says about the pictures that she sent. I didn't explain the pic I sent. So it's the Witch King of Angmar from Lord of the Rings. This was a project for my son. It's a skeleton mounted on a piece of 1.5-inch PVC, then layered over with cloth. I impregnated the with monster mud. I made a box like you'd find in a cemetery to mount it on, also covered in monster mud. I affixed a flange for the pipe to fit it in the making the statue 7 feet tall. The monster mud is weatherproof of so heavy. Oh my gosh. Holy Ned, girl, that's crazy. You made that? Okay, let's go back here and look at Linda's things that she made. She made that. That's the Skeleton King, the Witch King from Lord of the Rings. Oh my gosh. So cool. The monster mud is weatherproof of so heavy. Oh my gosh. Annalena would just flip to have that in her yard because, yeah. So cool. So cool. I think on Thursday's show, I'll put the video of their yard into the opening so you can see it. That's amazing, Linda. Good job. Okay, where am I? There we go. There I am. Yeah, good job. Fun. Oh, I hate it when I have like 1,500 emails. I will be glad when a lot of things will stop coming after in a few days after the election, and I can stop having all the political stuff coming in. Ugh, maybe I'll catch up with things. Maybe. Anyway, you guys, so that was stories tonight. What's this? I like the dry brush. I know that illustrations are the monster book, and that both of them, Matt Phelan's work is just really, so I could work on it. I have it on a fence post there, so I could work on it. Wow, 7 feet when it's in its box. That's amazing. Onlene and Philip have the Skeleton King. They have a 12-foot skeleton in their yard that lights up and it moves around and kind of stuff. And then they have those other ones, but it's not as cool. It's not as cool as yours. It's definitely not as cool. That's very impressive. I'll have to send a picture to Layla and show it to her. She'll be impressed. She will really be impressed. So, you guys, that's it for story and art tonight and story time. Thanks, guys, for sending in your stuff and for being here for this. Putting up with my, I figure out why. Oh, well, it's live. As Roy said, we can rewind on live. I can. I do. Anyway, you guys, I will be back on Thursday when it is Halloween. So the doorbell will probably be ringing. I'll have Bobby doing that, but I'll be here. Probably won't do a real long show. I'll just read a couple stories. I found a couple. We'll find something. Twizzle may come and help read. Twizzle, do you want to come help read? This is Twizzle. Have you guys met Twizzle? Don't sit on the glass. He's my buddy. Isn't he cool? My friend Anne makes these guys. Used to make them a lot. And he moves. He's holding one of my pendulums. But yeah, he sits up on top of the speaker, inspecting everything. He's got great ears. See how his ears are kind of... He's made out of like Fimo type, kind of like Fimo clay. She hand sculpted him and then dresses him. He's got like a leaf outfit on. That's Twizzle. Yeah, Twizzle, my troll. Anyway, now I know now. You have to make the mud, and that's a chore. Oh, I'm glad you like them. These were, this is my first, yeah, Twizzle's been around. Anne doesn't make them anymore. She was a designer of, she made a lot of these. She had a teddy bear line too that she sold with Patty. Remember the actress Patty Duke? Well, Patty Duke is my friend Anne's best friend, and they did a line together, and Anne actually designed the teddy bears, and then Patty Duke put her name on them. But then Anne also did these, and you see his clothes are like look like leaves. Can you see them? Yeah, they're kind of like leaves. So yes, I made a dragon with Anne. My little Timmy, he's up there. He's the little baby dragon. That's not very good. It's not a very good dragon. He's like a baby dragon. So I say his features are not real well developed. So anyway, you guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to try to keep things going, get things put back together, I think one of the first steps I have to do is to just get my wires and rewind them, and get them all put back together, get things rehooked. I just some stuff to do, but step by step, bit by bit, we'll get there through all of this, and good, and it's all good. So thank you so much for being here tonight for Story and Art. It was a delight. I hope you enjoyed the illustrations by Matt. They're kind of inspirational to me. He does some pretty amazing work. Matt Phelan, Phelan, if you want to go see some more of his stuff, see what he's done. But for now, that's it for Story and Art. So until next time, everybody, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your own mirror. And I'll see you on Thursday.
In the heat of the night, we could